Listen to me now. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Do not treat this as just another message. I am the Lord your God, and I am speaking to you because time is short. I have watched your heart in silence. I have seen your questions when no one else could hear them. I have heard the prayers you whispered when tears were your only language. And today, I command my angels to stop everything and deliver this warning to you. Someone from your past is plotting. Someone you thought was gone. Someone you forgave. Someone you no longer suspect. They smile when they think of you, but their heart is not clean. If you are hearing this, it is because I am protecting you before harm manifests. The enemy believed you were unaware, but I reveal what is hidden. Surely the Lord God does nothing unless he reveals his secret to his servants. Amos 3:7. Type, I hear you, Lord, in the comments right now. This is your first act of obedience. Do not delay. Your response activates protection. From the urgent warning of the angels, my child. Before danger reaches your door, I send warnings. Before betrayal speaks loudly, I reveal it quietly. The angels assigned to your life came before me and said, Lord, they are about to be approached again. The past is trying to return through a different door. That is why your spirit has been uneasy lately. That is why memories resurfaced without invitation. That is why names you had buried suddenly crossed your mind. This is not coincidence. This is intervention. Someone connected to your past has been watching your movement, not your body, your progress, your peace, your elevation. They noticed you are no longer broken. They sensed you are rising, and this disturbed them. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Ephesians 6:12. Understand this clearly. The person is only a vessel. The plan is spiritual. That is why I warned you before the attack, not after. Type, I am covered by God if you receive this truth. Do not underestimate this moment. Heaven is leaning toward you right now. I am not revealing this to scare you. I am revealing this to position you. Because when I expose a plan, I have already prepared the victory. My child, listen carefully. I am not vague when I warn, and I am not silent when danger hides behind familiarity. The person I speak of is someone you once trusted, someone who had access to your life, your emotions, your weaknesses. They know your stories, but not your destiny. They remember who you were, but they cannot comprehend who you are becoming. This is why their spirit is restless. They are not planning loudly. They are not approaching openly. They are thinking, watching, whispering, and waiting. The heart is deceitful above all things. Jeremiah 17:9. Do not assume distance means disconnection. Do not assume silence means peace. Some people leave your life physically, but remain spiritually attached, especially when envy was never healed. I reveal this now because you are entering a protected season, and not everyone from your past is allowed to follow you there. Type, I release my past to God in the comments. This declaration weakens unhealthy spiritual ties. A gift of protection. Do not ignore this. Before you continue, I want you to receive something. There is a spiritual gift prepared for this exact moment. A guide created for those who are under divine warning and protection. It contains 21 powerful prayers of protection and spiritual strength, invoking heavenly defense and courage for times like this. This is not coincidence. This is covering. Click the first pinned comment and redeem your gift now. Do not postpone it. Do not overthink it. What I provide at the right time is meant to shield you before the battle even begins. Type thank you for this gift once you have claimed it. Return to my word. Understand this. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being targeted because you are anointed to advance. The past wants access, but I decide permission. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Remain calm, remain obedient, remain covered. If you feel this message confirming something deep inside you, comment, I trust you, Lord. What is being planned in silence? Listen to me, my child. Lean your heart closer now, because what I reveal in this moment is not meant for everyone. It is meant for you. What is being planned is not loud. It is not obvious. It is not happening in the open. That is why it is dangerous. There are plans formed in silence, thoughts repeated in secret, words spoken behind closed doors, intentions wrapped in smiles and disguised as concern. But nothing is hidden from me. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. Luke 12:2. The one from your past is not plotting through action yet. They are plotting through intention. And intention, when fueled by jealousy, bitterness, or unresolved anger, becomes a spiritual doorway. They revisit old memories of you. They replay moments where they felt inferior. They compare who they are now with who you have become. And this comparison has poisoned their thoughts. Understand this clearly. The plan is not always to destroy you physically. Sometimes the plan is to delay you, confuse you, or pull you back emotionally. The enemy knows that if they can get access to your mind, they can weaken your discernment. That is why distractions have tried to return. That is why old emotions have tried to resurface. That is why you felt tempted to revisit what I already delivered you from. This is not random. This is strategy. Dulit Tigur, the weapon of silence. The most dangerous attacks are not loud attacks. They are silent ones, silent jealousy, silent resentment, silent spiritual manipulation. The one plotting does not need to approach you. They only need to think against you consistently and speak words that carry intention, even if whispered. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. But hear me now, no word spoken against you will take root unless I allow it. And I have already intervened. That is why this message found you. That is why your spirit felt unsettled before your life was harmed. That is why I interrupted your routine to speak directly to you. I do not warn without preparing. I do not expose without protecting. I do not reveal without providing defense. Type, God is my defender, in the comments if you believe this. Why this plot will fail you are not unguarded. You are not alone. You are not exposed. You are covered, even when you do not feel strong. The plan forming against you relies on one assumption, that you are unaware, but awareness dismantles strategy. Once light enters a hidden place, darkness loses authority. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Psalm 27:1. The one plotting believes time is on their side. But I control time. They believe patience will give them access. But I control doors. They believe silence gives them power. But I hear every thought before it is fully formed. What they are planning will return to nothing, not because of your strength, but because of my covering. A gift for this moment. Receive it now. My child, before you go further, receive this. There is a special spiritual gift prepared for moments exactly like this. For those who are under warning, yet walking in protection. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, focused on divine armor, courage, and heavenly defense. This gift was prepared to fortify your spirit before attacks even attempt to manifest. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do not delay. Do not assume later is safer. What you receive in obedience becomes a shield in advance. Type, I receive this protection, after you have claimed it. What I ask you to do now, do not confront, do not accuse, do not panic. Your assignment is not reaction. Your assignment is alignment. Stay aligned with my voice. Stay aligned with peace. Stay aligned with obedience. The enemy feeds on emotional reactions, but faith starves their influence. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Silence on your part is not weakness, it is wisdom. Because while they whisper plans, I dispatch angels. While they imagine outcomes, I rewrite endings. While they wait for opportunity, I shut doors they never see close. Do not revisit what I already healed. Do not reopen what I already closed. Do not romanticize the past that nearly broke you. That is how access is granted. You are not called to rescue those who refused growth. You are not called to carry guilt that was never yours. You are not called to explain blessings I gave you freely. Type, I move forward, not backward, if you choose obedience. Rest in this truth. This plan will not succeed. This intention will collapse. This scheme will dissolve before it reaches form. Why? Because I stand between you and what you cannot see. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Remain calm. Remain faithful. Remain covered. My child, be still and listen with your spirit, not only with your ears. You wonder why this revelation came now. Why not earlier when the wounds were fresh? Why not later when you felt stronger? I will tell you the truth, because now you are ready. There are warnings I could not give you before, not because I was absent, but because you were still healing, still learning, still shedding old versions of yourself. Had I revealed this too early, fear would have overwhelmed you. You would have reacted instead of discerned. You would have confronted instead of trusted. But now, you have grown in silence. You have matured through pressure. You have learned to hear my voice above the noise. That is why I speak now. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. This moment is not accidental. It is appointed. The timing of heaven is never late. You thought delays were punishment. You thought waiting meant denial. But what you called delay, I called preparation. I needed you grounded before I revealed opposition. I needed your identity secure before I exposed envy. I needed your peace rooted before I pointed out disturbance. Because when you know who you are in me, no plot has permission to shake you. The enemy moves when they sense transition. And you, my child, are in transition. You are crossing from survival into stability, from prayer into promise, from endurance into reward. That is why the past stirred. That is why old connections tried to reappear. That is why familiar spirits attempted access. But I allowed you to see it before it touched you. Type God's timing protects me in the comments if this resonates. 3D Sufi, I reveal to prevent, not to panic, hear me clearly. I did not reveal this to make you anxious. I revealed this to make you aware. Fear comes from the enemy. Discernment comes from me. Fear paralyzes. Discernment positions. Fear asks, what if? Discernment declares, God already handled it. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You are not meant to fight this. You are meant to trust me through it. Because what you see now is only the surface. I have already addressed the root. The gift prepared for this season. Before I take you deeper, receive this. There is a spiritual gift prepared specifically for those who are walking through moments of divine warning and supernatural protection. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, focused on heavenly armor, courage, and defense against unseen opposition. This gift exists so you do not rely on your own strength, but on my covering. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do not delay this act of obedience. What you receive in alignment becomes strength in advance. Type, I receive God's armor once you have claimed it. What would have happened if you did not know? Let me show you something important. If I had remained silent, you might have reopened doors emotionally. You might have trusted words that carried hidden intent. You might have doubted your intuition and ignored inner warnings. But now, you will notice subtle shifts. You will feel discomfort where you once felt nostalgia. You will sense restraint where you once felt curiosity. That is my spirit guarding you. When the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Discernment is not suspicion. It is clarity without chaos. This is a test of obedience. Now that you know, your response matters. Will you stay silent when silence is wisdom? Will you walk away without explanation when peace requires distance? Will you trust me even when curiosity tries to pull you back? Obedience is not dramatic. It is quiet, consistent, and firm. The enemy loses access not when you confront, but when you do not engage. Type, I choose obedience, if you understand this. Why peace is your protection. You believe protection looks like walls and weapons, but often, protection looks like peace. Peace keeps you from reacting. Peace keeps you from explaining. Peace keeps you from reopening wounds. When you remain at peace, you do not give the enemy emotional fuel. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds. Peace is not weakness. Peace is authority under control. A promise you need to hear because you listened, because you did not ignore this warning, because you stayed aligned. I promise you this: what was meant to distract you will refine you. What was meant to delay you will accelerate you. What was meant to trouble you will confirm that I am with you. No plot will follow you into the next season. No voice from the past will speak into your future. No hidden intention will outrun my protection. The spiritual signs you may have ignored, my child. Come closer. This is gentle, but it is serious. There were signs before this warning reached you, not to frighten you, but to prepare you. I speak in many ways, and before I speak loudly, I whisper. You felt it first as discomfort, a quiet unease you could not explain, a heaviness that appeared without reason and disappeared just as suddenly. That was not anxiety. That was discernment awakening. My sheep hear my voice. Drua. The first sign. Restless peace. You were not sad, but you were not at rest. You smiled, but something felt unfinished. You prayed, but your spirit lingered afterward. This is what happens when my spirit senses movement in the unseen. Peace does not leave you without reason. When peace shifts, it is often because protection is being activated. You thought, why do I feel like something is off? I was saying, pay attention. Do type I listen to God's peace if you understand this now. The second sign, unexpected memories. Old memories returned without invitation. Faces you had not thought of in years surfaced suddenly. Dreams replayed scenes you believed were healed. You wondered if you were regressing. You were not. I will bring things to your remembrance. These memories were not meant to pull you backward. They were meant to alert you. When the past tries to re-enter your mind, it is often because it is seeking access, but awareness blocks entry. The third sign, delays and interruptions. Plans were postponed. Conversations were canceled. Opportunities slowed down unexpectedly. You questioned me. Lord, why is everything taking longer? Because some delays are detours from danger. The steps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord. I delayed you so you would not cross paths at the wrong time. I interrupted schedules to protect your spirit. I closed doors temporarily to keep others from walking through them. That delay was not loss, it was covering. The fourth sign, emotional fatigue without cause. You felt tired, not in your body, but in your soul. Conversations drained you. Certain topics exhausted you. That happens when spiritual tension is present. You were carrying awareness before you had understanding. And awareness without explanation feels heavy. But now I explain it, so the weight lifts. Type, God restores my strength, if you feel relief right now. A gift to strengthen your discernment. Before I go further, receive this. There is a spiritual gift prepared for moments like this. For those who are learning to recognize signs and walk in protection. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, designed to help you remain guarded, calm, and spiritually alert. This gift is not random, it is aligned with this warning. Click the first pinned comment and redeem your gift now. Do not wait. What you receive now will strengthen what you already sense. Type, I receive this gift once you have claimed it. The fifth sign, withdrawal without bitterness. You felt less desire to explain yourself, less need to defend your choices, less interest in reconnecting. This was not hardness. This was maturity. When I begin separating you from past access, I do it gently, not violently. Come out from among them and be separate. Separation does not always look like conflict. Sometimes it looks like quiet distance. And that quiet distance saved you. Why you should not feel guilty. Hear me clearly now. You did nothing wrong by sensing these signs. You did nothing wrong by pulling back. You did nothing wrong by choosing peace over explanation. Guilt does not come from me. Conviction brings clarity, not shame. There is now no condemnation. You were not imagining things. You were not being dramatic. You were being guided. Uriosiwa and what these signs mean together. When you look at them individually, they seem small. But together, they form a message. I was protecting you before you knew you needed protection. I spoke through peace. I spoke through memory. I spoke through delay. I spoke through fatigue. I spoke through restraint. And now I speak through clarity. Do not ignore future warnings. Now that your eyes are open, guard them. Do not override discernment with logic. Do not silence intuition to please others. Do not reopen doors because time has passed. Time does not heal what wisdom avoids. Type, I trust God's discernment, if you commit to this. A promise for the discerning. Because you listened. Because you did not force connections. Because you honored peace. I promise you this. Future warnings will be clearer. Your discernment will sharpen. Your spirit will rest easier. You will no longer question what you feel. You will recognize it. The wise see danger and take refuge. The door the enemy is trying to use, my child. Listen with discernment now, because what I am about to reveal will protect you from repeating an old cycle. Every attack seeks a door. Every plan looks for permission. Nothing enters unless access is granted, and the door being targeted is not physical. It is emotional. You believe the door was closed, and in many ways, it was. But doors that are closed without healing can still be unlocked from the inside. That is why I speak now. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. The door of unresolved emotion. The enemy does not need your attention. They need your emotion. They are not trying to re-enter your life through confrontation, but through memory, curiosity, and unfinished feelings. Questions like, what if I misunderstood? What if they've changed? What if I overreacted? These questions are not innocent. They are keys. When emotion overrides discernment, the door opens quietly. Type, my heart is guarded, if you choose awareness over nostalgia. The door of compassion without boundaries. You are kind, you are empathetic, you care deeply, and this is where the enemy tries to enter. Compassion without boundaries becomes vulnerability. Mercy without wisdom becomes access. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You were not called to heal everyone. You were not called to rescue those who refuse change. You were not called to reopen wounds to prove forgiveness. Forgiveness does not require re-entry. The door of familiarity. Familiar voices feel safe. Familiar patterns feel comfortable, even when they once caused pain. The enemy knows this. That is why the past does not return as danger. It returns as comfort. But comfort that costs peace is not from me. Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. What feels familiar is not always safe. What feels safe is not always aligned. The gift to seal the door completely. My child, before I take you further, receive this. There is a spiritual gift prepared for moments when doors must be sealed, hearts must be guarded, and strength must be renewed. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, focused on divine armor, courage, and closing spiritual access points. This gift is meant to fortify you, not after the attack, but before it. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do not delay. What you receive in obedience becomes a shield in silence. To be I receive God's protection, once you have claimed it. And the door of words spoken in weak moments. Be careful what you say when you are tired. Be careful what you confess when you are emotional. Words spoken in weakness can reopen doors you worked hard to close. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Not every thought deserves a voice. Not every feeling deserves expression. Silence at times is protection. The door you must never reopen. Hear me clearly now. Do not revisit conversations that already ended. Do not explain decisions I already confirmed. Do not justify distance I already commanded. Revisiting is not resolution. Sometimes it is regression. You are not required to provide closure to those who ignored truth. Type, I close every wrong door if you commit to this. Resurfacing how you keep the door sealed. You seal the door through obedience without explanation, peace without guilt, boundaries without apology. This is not hardness. This is wisdom. The Lord is a shield to those who take refuge in him. When you stay aligned with me, no one can access what I protect. Resurfacing a promise for the protected. Because you are learning to guard your heart. Because you are choosing peace over familiarity. Because you are obeying without fear. I promise you this. The door the enemy tried to use will become the very door that confirms your maturity. What once had access will now only observe from a distance. No return, no re-entry, no influence. What you must not do after receiving this warning. My child, now that I have revealed what was hidden, your next steps matter deeply. Many receive warnings. Few respond correctly. The danger is no longer ignorance. The danger is reaction. So listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you will keep you protected, calm, and ahead of every plan formed against you. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Resurfacing do not confront what I have already handled. Your first instinct may be to speak, to clarify, to confront, to ask questions. Resist that urge. Confrontation is not always courage. Sometimes it is permission. When you confront prematurely, you reveal awareness, and awareness alerts the enemy to change tactics. Silence, when guided by me, is not weakness. It is strategy. In quietness and trust shall be your strength. You are not called to expose the plot. I already did. Type, God fights my battles if you understand this. Do not share this with everyone. Not everyone is equipped to handle revelation. Some will minimize it. Some will distort it. Some will plant doubt. What I reveal to you is for discernment, not discussion. Do not cast pearls before swine. Too many voices dilute obedience. If you must speak, speak only to me, or to one wise voice I have already assigned. Do not return to old patterns after warning comes testing. Old habits may resurface. Old emotions may knock. Old invitations may appear harmless. Do not romanticize what once drained you. No one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom. What I delivered you from cannot follow you forward. Type, I will not go backward if you commit to this. Do not make emotional decisions. Be especially careful when you are tired, lonely, or overwhelmed. The enemy waits for moments of weakness, not strength. Pause before responding. Pray before deciding. Wait before speaking. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Delay is protection. A gift to keep you steady and guarded, my child. I will not warn you without equipping you. There is a special spiritual gift prepared for this precise season. A resource designed to strengthen your spirit, guard your heart, and keep you covered. It contains 21 powerful prayers of protection and spiritual strength, focused on divine armor, courage, and heavenly defense. This gift exists so you do not stand on your own understanding, but remain wrapped in my covering. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do not delay this moment. What you receive in obedience becomes strength in advance. Type, I receive God's armor once you have claimed it. Do not question your discernment. One of the enemy's final tricks is self-doubt. Thoughts like, maybe I imagined this. Maybe I'm being dramatic. Maybe I should ignore it. These thoughts do not come from me. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. I do not confuse my children. I confirm them. Peace is confirmation. Clarity is confirmation. Alignment is confirmation. Trust what I showed you. Do not feel guilty for protecting yourself. Hear me clearly now. You are not unloving for setting boundaries. You are not proud for choosing distance. You are not wrong for guarding your peace. Guilt is not from me. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Freedom includes the right to say no, without explanation. Type, I choose peace if you release guilt right now. Do not rush the process. Protection unfolds in layers. You do not need to fix everything today. You do not need to understand everything now. Obedience today creates clarity tomorrow. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter. Move slowly. Stay prayerful. Remain aligned. Tuisi chuasiwami what you must do instead. Since I told you what not to do, hear what you must do. Stay calm. Stay prayerful. Stay discerning. Stay obedient. Stay peaceful. This posture frustrates every plan against you. A promise for the obedient. Because you did not react. Because you trusted my timing. Because you honored wisdom over emotion. I promise you this. What tried to disturb you will never reach you. What planned quietly will dissolve silently. What watched from a distance will lose interest entirely. The Lord will guard your going out and your coming in. The celestial strategy to neutralize this plan completely. My child. Now listen with reverence, because what I am about to reveal is not human strategy. It is heavenly instruction. You are not meant to fight this the way the world fights. You are not meant to defend yourself with words, explanations, or exposure. The strategy I give you now silences the plan at its root. The battle is not yours but God's. First, withdraw emotional supply. Every plan formed against you feeds on one thing: reaction. Emotion is fuel, attention is access, explanation is permission. When you remove emotional response, the plan begins to starve. Do not ask questions. Do not seek clarity from the source of confusion. Do not attempt to understand intentions I already revealed. Silence is not retreat. Silence is authority under control. A soft answer turns away wrath. When you remain unmoved, the enemy loses leverage. Type, I stay unmoved if you choose this posture. Second, strengthen your inner altar. The enemy does not fear your words. They fear your alignment. Alignment with me disrupts every hidden scheme. Strengthen your inner altar through prayer without urgency, worship without desperation, faith without panic. Do not pray against the person. Pray toward me. Those who dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. When you dwell with me, nothing reaches you without passing through my authority first. Third, maintain peace as a weapon. Peace is not passive. Peace is active resistance. When you choose peace, confusion loses ground. Manipulation finds no grip. Fear finds no residence. The enemy expects agitation. They expect reaction. They expect disruption. But peace confounds them. And the peace of God will guard your hearts and minds. Peace is a guard. Peace is a gatekeeper. Type, peace guards me, if you feel this truth. Fourth, seal your words. Be intentional with what you speak. Speak life. Speak calm. Speak gratitude. Avoid repeating fears out loud. Avoid replaying scenarios verbally. Avoid confessing worry. You will have whatever you say. Your words shape atmosphere. When you speak peace, you reinforce heaven's strategy. Fifth, let me handle the exposure. You do not need to expose anyone. You do not need to prove anything. Exposure is my responsibility. What is done in darkness will be brought to light. When exposure is forced, it creates chaos. When exposure is divine, it creates clarity. Trust me to handle timing, truth, and consequences. A gift to strengthen this strategy. My child, I will not give you strategy without support. There is a special spiritual gift prepared for this exact season, for those who are choosing peace, alignment, and divine protection. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, designed to help you stay spiritually armored, calm, and covered. This gift is meant to reinforce the celestial strategy you are now walking in. Click the first pinned comment and redeem your gift now. Do not delay this step. What you receive in obedience becomes reinforcement in silence. Type, I receive divine protection once you have claimed it. Sixth, stay consistent, not intense. Victory does not come from intensity. It comes from consistency. Do not overpray one day and forget the next. Do not overthink one night and panic the next morning. Stay steady. Let us not grow weary in doing good. Consistency confuses the enemy. When they see no cracks, they stop trying to enter. 7th, trust the angels assigned to you. You are not unguarded. Angels are dispatched not when you panic but when you trust. He will command his angels concerning you. While you rest, they move. While you sleep, they guard. While you stay silent, they intervene. You do not see their work, but you will feel the results. What happens when this strategy is activated? Let me show you what follows obedience. Plans dissolve quietly. Interest fades, access disappears, confusion replaces intention. The enemy retreats not because they were confronted, but because they were starved of access. Do not look for signs, look for peace. After this chapter, do not search for confirmation. Do not analyze behavior. Do not monitor outcomes. Peace is your confirmation. If peace remains, the strategy is working. My peace I give you. Liti kombon, because you chose divine strategy over human reaction. Because you trusted silence over exposure. Because you aligned with heaven instead of fear. I promise you this. This plan will end without touching you. What was meant to disturb will strengthen you. What was meant to confuse will mature you. And you will walk forward unaffected, protected, and at peace. The prayer of protection that closes every breach. My child, this is the moment where words become walls and faith becomes armor. What I give you now is not just instruction, it is covering. Prayer is not a ritual. Prayer is alignment with my authority. And when you pray in alignment, every open breach closes. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. Prepare your heart before you pray, do not rush. Do not perform. Do not repeat words without presence, still your mind. Release tension from your body. Let peace settle your spirit. I do not require perfection. I require sincerity. If you are ready, type, I am ready, Lord, in the comments. At the prayer, pray this with me. Father God, I come before you now, not in fear, but in trust. You are my refuge. You are my defender. You are my shield and my strong tower. I ask you now to close every door that was opened knowingly or unknowingly. Every emotional breach, every spiritual access point, every doorway formed through memory, compassion, guilt, or familiarity. I surrender it to you. I renounce every attachment that no longer aligns with your will. I release the past without resentment. I forgive without reopening access. Cover my mind with clarity. Cover my heart with peace. Cover my spirit with strength. Let no word spoken against me take root. Let no intention formed against me succeed. Let no plan crafted in silence reach manifestation. I declare that I am surrounded by your presence. I am guarded by your angels. I am hidden under your wings. Replace anxiety with assurance. Replace confusion with discernment. Replace fear with unwavering peace. I trust you completely. I rest in your protection. In faith I declare, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Amen. Take a deep breath now. Feel the shift. That calm you feel, that is not imagination. That is alignment. What happens after this prayer? Do not expect noise. Do not expect drama. Protection often manifests as quiet. You may notice less emotional pull, less curiosity about the past, more clarity in decisions, a deeper sense of peace. These are signs the breaches are sealed. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on you. Type I am covered if you feel peace settling right now. A gift to maintain this covering. My child, prayer opens the door. Consistency keeps it guarded. There is a special spiritual gift prepared for moments like this, for those who desire continued protection and inner strength. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, designed to help you remain spiritually armored, focused, and at peace each day. This gift exists so you never feel exposed or unprepared. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do not postpone this step. What you receive now will reinforce what was sealed in prayer. Type, I receive this gift with gratitude once you have claimed it. What you must do after this prayer. Do not revisit fear. Do not replay scenarios. Do not look for confirmation in behavior. Trust what was done in the unseen. Faith does not demand proof. It rests in assurance. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. How to stay protected. Daily protection is not maintained by effort. It is maintained by posture. Begin your day with gratitude. Speak peace intentionally. Avoid emotional overexposure. Pray before reacting. Rest when your spirit asks for rest. These simple acts frustrate every attempt to disturb you. Demua tua, a promise sealed with this prayer. Because you prayed with sincerity. Because you trusted me instead of fear. Because you chose faith over reaction. I promise you this. You will not be caught off guard. You will not be overtaken. You will not be harmed. What tried to enter quietly has been shut out permanently. The Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. The divine promise for those who obey this warning. My child, listen with your heart now, because what I speak in this moment is a promise, not a possibility. I do not warn without reward. I do not instruct without intention. And I do not call you to obedience without releasing blessing. Because you listened, because you did not dismiss this warning, because you chose wisdom over impulse, I release my promise over you now. If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Obedience opens what prayer alone cannot many pray. Few obey. Prayer aligns your heart, but obedience moves my hand. You resisted the urge to confront. You resisted the pull of the past. You resisted emotional reactions that once controlled you. That resistance was not small. It was spiritual authority in action. Because of this, something shifts in your favor. The first promise, removal of hidden opposition. What you could not see, I remove. What you could not prove, I dismantle. What you could not confront, I neutralize. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. You will notice opposition losing influence, resistance fading, delays resolving naturally, not because people changed, but because access was revoked. The second promise, peace that does not leave. This peace you feel now will not be temporary. It will not fade when circumstances shift. It will not disappear when questions arise. I establish peace as your environment. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Even when challenges come, they will not shake you. Even when memories surface, they will not pull you backward. Peace becomes your default. Type God's peace stays with me if you receive this. The third promise, acceleration after delay. The delay you endured was not denial, it was alignment. Now that alignment is complete, movement begins. The Lord will open the heavens for you. You will see. Answers arriving faster. Opportunities aligning effortlessly. Doors opening without force. What once required struggle will now respond to grace. A gift to walk in this promise daily. My child, promises are lived, not just heard. There is a special spiritual gift prepared to help you walk daily in protection, confidence, and spiritual strength. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, designed to help you remain grounded, guarded, and aligned with my will. This gift exists so you do not drift from this posture of peace. Click the first pinned comment and redeem your gift now. Do not delay. What you receive now will help you maintain what was promised. Type, I receive God's promise once you have claimed it. In the fourth promise, restoration without revisiting pain. Hear me clearly. I will restore without requiring you to return to what hurt you. I do not heal by reopening wounds. I heal by replacing loss. I will restore to you the years the locust has eaten. You will not need closure conversations. You will not need explanations. You will not need apologies. I restore through new beginnings, not old endings. The fifth promise, protection you will feel, not see. You will not always see what I block, but you will feel what I preserve. You will feel calm where anxiety once lived, confidence where doubt once ruled, discernment where confusion once lingered. He who touches you touches the apple of my eye. You are not exposed. You are watched over. For the sixth promise, a stronger discerning spirit. Because you listened once, you will hear me faster next time. Because you obeyed quietly, you will discern clearly going forward. The Spirit of truth will guide you. You will no longer question your intuition. You will trust it. You will no longer second-guess peace. You will follow it. A reminder: you must hold on to do not interpret peace as permission to relax your guard. Peace is not passivity. It is confidence under protection. Remain prayerful, remain grounded, remain aligned. Not in fear, but in wisdom. Type, I remain aligned with God, if this is your commitment. Durni what your future looks like now, because you obeyed this warning. The past loses influence, the present stabilizes, the future opens clearly. You move forward lighter. You move forward wiser. You move forward protected. What once threatened you now confirms how far you've come. I declare over your life, no voice from the past will confuse your future. No hidden plan will interrupt your peace. No unseen intention will overtake your destiny. You are sealed. You are guarded. You are guided. The Lord will perfect that which concerns you. The return of peace and prosperity after deliverance. My child, what follows obedience is not emptiness. What comes after protection is not loss, it is restoration. You may not have noticed it yet, but something already shifted when you chose to listen instead of react. When you chose peace instead of explanation. When you trusted my warning instead of your emotions. Deliverance is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet relief. The Lord restores my soul. Peace returns first. Always before I restore anything external, I restore your inner atmosphere. Peace returns to places that were tense. Clarity returns to thoughts that were crowded. Stillness returns to emotions that were once reactive. You begin to breathe deeper. You begin to sleep better. You begin to feel lighter without knowing why. That is not coincidence. That is the weight lifting after access has been revoked. Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. Peace is the first sign that deliverance has worked. Type, my peace has returned, if you feel this settling in you now. Liwadisitas then comes prosperity, in its right order. Understand this carefully. Prosperity does not always mean money first. Prosperity begins as alignment. When alignment is restored, confusion decreases, distractions lose power, focus sharpens, and when focus sharpens, provision follows. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added. You stop wasting energy on emotional drains. You stop investing time where there is no return. You stop revisiting what cannot grow with you. This creates space. And I fill space. How prosperity manifests after deliverance. After protection and peace, prosperity arrives quietly, often in these ways. Opportunities feel less forced, decisions become clearer, resources stretch further, doors open without struggle. You may call it good timing, but it is alignment bearing fruit. The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Notice this. There is no sorrow attached to what I bring next. No anxiety, no compromise, no inner conflict, only peace with progress. A gift to help you maintain this season. My child, seasons of restoration must be maintained with wisdom, not assumed. That is why there is a special spiritual gift prepared for this exact stage of your journey, to help you remain protected, focused, and spiritually strong while prosperity unfolds. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, designed to keep your heart guarded and your spirit aligned as blessings increase. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do not delay. What you receive now will help you protect what is returning to you. Type, I receive this with gratitude once you have claimed it. The calm that follows. Deliverance after storms pass. Silence can feel unfamiliar. You may wonder, why is everything so calm? Why am I not anxious anymore? Why do I feel detached from what once mattered so much? This calm is not emptiness. It is stability. He makes me lie down in green pastures. You are learning to live without chaos, without emotional turbulence, without constant spiritual warfare. That is growth. Do not mistake peace for boredom. Hear me clearly. Peace does not mean nothing is happening. It means everything is happening in order. When the enemy leaves, they often leave silence behind. And silence is where I build. Do not create noise where I am creating structure. Do not seek intensity where I am establishing stability. Type, I honor God's peace if you commit to this. And restoration touches multiple areas. As this season continues, you may notice health improving, relationships stabilizing, finances organizing, emotions regulating, not all at once, but steadily. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Restoration is progressive, not rushed. This is why the past no longer bothers you. One of the clearest signs of deliverance is emotional neutrality toward the past. You remember, but you are not pulled. You recall, but you are not tempted. You recognize, but you are not shaken. This is freedom. If the sun sets you free, you will be free indeed. The past loses power when it no longer controls your emotions. This is my warning during blessing. As peace and prosperity return, stay attentive, not fearful. Attentive. Blessing attracts attention. Stability attracts curiosity. Growth attracts observation. But now, you are wiser. You no longer overshare, you no longer explain everything, you no longer reopen doors emotionally. Peace taught you boundaries. How you protect this new season. You protect it by staying prayerful without urgency, remaining grateful without pride, being generous without overexposure, being kind without removing boundaries. This balance keeps access limited and blessing flowing. The wise store up choice food and olive oil. A promise you must hold on to, because you obeyed, because you trusted me, because you did not ignore the warning. I promise you this: what returns to you now will not require you to sacrifice your peace. What grows in your life now will not compete with your faith. What prospers from this point forward will be protected by my hand. The Lord blesses and protects his people. Not flashy, not chaotic, not overwhelming, but stable, protected, sustainable. This is the kind of blessing that lasts. Type, I walk into God's peace and prosperity, if you receive this promise. The final confirmation and the decision you must make, my child. This is the closing of what I revealed, but it is the beginning of how you choose to walk forward. Every warning leads to a moment of decision. Every revelation invites a response. You have listened. You have remained. You did not turn away when truth required stillness. Now I speak confirmation. Let every matter be established by the testimony. This message found you because you are positioned. You were not chosen because you are perfect. You were chosen because you are willing. Willing to listen, willing to pause, willing to obey even when obedience meant silence. Many would have dismissed this. Many would have reacted emotionally. Many would have returned to old patterns. You did not. That is why I confirm you are under my covering. The confirmation you have been seeking. You asked for clarity. You asked for peace. You asked for protection. And I answered. Not with fear, but with awareness. The unease is gone. The confusion lifted. The urgency replaced by calm. That calm is your confirmation. My peace I give you, not as the world gives. If this message resonates deeply, it is because it aligns with what I already placed in your spirit. Type, I recognize God's voice, if this confirms what you felt all along. The decision that determines your next season. Now comes your choice, not a dramatic one, a quiet one. Will you continue walking in peace? Guard your heart without guilt? Trust discernment over emotion? Or will you reopen old doors, seek unnecessary closure, second guess what I clearly revealed? Every season is shaped by small decisions made consistently. Choose this day whom you will serve, peace or pressure, wisdom or nostalgia, obedience or emotion. The decision is yours, and I will honor it. Duriyubai, your final gift before you move forward. Before you step fully into what comes next, I want you equipped, not just encouraged. There is a special spiritual gift prepared for this exact moment of decision. It contains 21 prayers of protection and spiritual strength, created to help you remain guarded, focused, and spiritually steady as you move forward. This gift exists so you never feel unprotected when you choose peace over reaction. Click the first pinned comment now and redeem your gift. Do this calmly. Do this intentionally. What you receive now will walk with you into the next season. Type, "I receive this with faith" once you have claimed it. What happens after this message ends? Do not expect fireworks. Do not expect confrontation. Do not expect explanation. Expect quiet stability. Expect fewer emotional triggers. Expect clearer decisions. Expect peace that remains even when circumstances shift. That is how you will know the warning served its purpose. The work of righteousness will be peace. Urisi kratam your responsibility from this point forward. You are not responsible for changing others, explaining yourself, revisiting what I already closed. You are responsible for guarding your heart, staying prayerful, remaining aligned, choosing peace daily. This is how protection is maintained. A final declaration over your life. I declare this over you now. No voice from your past will distract you again. No hidden plan will disrupt your future. No emotional door will reopen without your consent. You will walk forward, clear-minded, peace-filled, protected. The Lord will bless you and keep you. Do not undervalue what just happened. This was not just a message, it was intervention. You were warned before harm. You were guided before confusion. You were protected before exposure. And because you listened, you will move forward lighter than before. Riwai send a final call to faith and community. If this message touched you, do not keep it to yourself. Type, "I accept this protection" in the comments. This is not for visibility. It is for alignment. And if you have not yet, redeem the gift waiting for you in the first pinned comment so you can walk forward, spiritually strengthened and guarded. Go in peace and do not look back. The past has no authority here. The plan has no access anymore. The future is open, calm, and protected. Walk forward. I am with you. I go before you, and I guard what concerns you. The Lord will watch over your life. Amen.